Hey everyone, I'm Catherine Anaya. Welcome to MHG TV. In this episode, meet Becky Garcia of the Garcia Group. With 15 years in the business, she and her team of all women are on tap to break even more of their productivity records. The moment you walk into the Garcia Group office in Goodyear, you get an instant sense of comfort. But don't let the relaxing vibe fool you. Becky Garcia leads a powerhouse team of agents. And one of the things that makes your team so unique is that it's an all-women team, which is not how you started out, but it evolved into that. What kind of an impact does that make for your clients? Because it's still an industry that is perceived as male-dominated, even if it's not.
Yeah, so for us, it definitely gives us a competitive advantage.
Garcia's approach to real estate has served her well since jumping into the industry. Did you always want to get into real estate? What drew you to the industry?
Sure. No, I did not always want to be in real estate, but I have a family that moved around a lot, and I would always go with them to tour the model homes or to go when they were going to be purchasing a new home, the open houses. I'd always go with them, so I just figured if I'm always there, I might as well, represent them, get my license and represent them in the transaction instead.
And what was that initial experience like for you? Did you experience immediate success, or was it sort of an uphill climb?
For me, I do have a big family here, so it made it a little bit easier in that I had people, homeowners, ready before I even got out of school to help me list their home. And then, of course, the buyers, I worked really hard to make sure I got buyers going right away. So for me, it was hit the ground running as soon as I got my license, but it was definitely didn't start out at all these transactions. I went from part-time to working full-time within 6 months.
So what would your advice be for somebody who does experience that obstacle or that challenge in the road to sort of get over that hump?
I would say if they can partner up with a senior agent, an agent who's not necessarily go on their team or be their partnership, but just talk to their managing broker and find out who are the agents that are making things happen, and asking if they can maybe take them to lunch, find out what they're doing, how they started, what worked for them, or just shadowing them on appointments if they're allowed to do that, shadowing them on appointments and just seeing what some of those agents are doing in order to get to where they're at. So definitely learning from others.
Her team broke a record in 2018 and is on track for more. What would you attribute to your success?
I would attribute the success to of course, to the entire team. We have from the support staff and making sure that they're taking everything off of the transaction side for the agents, so that allows the agents to concentrate on meeting their clients and going on appointments and making sure that they don't have the hassle of the paperwork. So it starts with that side of the team, and then of course the sales team making their calls, going on appointments, reaching out to their past clients, and doing everything they have to do in order to help all the families that they've been able to help.
Her goals are something she says she couldn't reach without the strong family support of her husband. They've been together 30 years, and their kids.
Because he is so supportive as far as the hours and the late night calls and the late night appointments that are needed in this industry, it just made it easy for me to have a support system like him at home to take care of the kids and to make sure they got fed and everything that goes along with kids at home. So for me, it just made it easier to have him at home, to help along with some of that. But you definitely need to have a supportive spouse in this industry because, again, we work long hours, we take late phone calls, late text messages, and you have to have a very secure person at home to deal with that.
The Garcia Group, by the way, has 4 bilingual agents on their team. One more way they're able to meet their clients' needs. To get plugged into My Home Group's endless resources, go to agentsuccessformula.com. And don't forget to subscribe to MHG TV at mhgtv.com. I'm Catherine Anaya. I'll see you next time.